This is Rap the News, and today we're going to be talking about the destroyer, planet Hell. Seeing is believing. So we're going to be using facts, things that we see, like visually right now, things that we are hearing, things that we smell, things that's happening on this earth because of planet Hell. We're also going to be using scriptures first. So let's get in it. I'm a warner sent by God, and part of my job description is to explain in detail what you are seeing. God said in the scriptures, a fire is kindled in my anger, and that's that fire. It's described as a planet and a comet at the same time, and it shall burn to the lowest hell. It is on fire. Behold, number 2, God says, a pale horse. It causes sickness, sepsis, dust pneumonia from the red iron oxide emitting from the planet. And death, it comes from that, and hell followed close behind. What is the hell? So he's saying this fire that's kindled in his anger is hell. Number 3, the earth and its works will be consumed in that fire. That means eventually this fire that's kindled in his anger is the destroyer. And it will consume this earth. What does consume mean? If you consume food, what does that mean? Devour it, right? So it's described as a lion. Hell, says God in another verse, will be thrown into the lake of fire. Well, this is hell that we're on right now. And where's the lake of fire? In that fire that he kindled, that comet planet that's burning to this earth. So I'm going to tell you what we know about planet Hell. We learned that it cools and heats our planet. The government, NASA, science lied and said that the planet was heated because it was and cooled because it was tilted on the axis. Lies. The planet is heated and cooled because that planet has 2 sides to it, a hot side and a cold side, described like Alaska, which is cold, and the desert, which is hot. One side is always hot and the other side is always bone freezing cold. What else do we know about this planet Hell, the fire that's kindled in God's anger, the destroyer? We know that the planet creates brimstones and hailstones, and that in Ezekiel 38:22 it will be rained down upon the world with fire. What else? We know that during every calamity that happened on this earth in history, that the planet Hell system arrived and caused the catastrophic weather patterns. We know that it caused the great earthquake in the past. We know that it caused the great flood during the times of Noah. And we know that it caused the brimstones to be rained down on Sodom and Gomorrah. What does that mean? That it is attracted to evil. The anger of God is attracted to the transgression of man. It means that the planet does not run a course like regular planets do in our so-called solar system. It is drawn in close to Earth by sins and transgressions against the Most High. Genesis 6:5. And God saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of his thoughts in his heart was only on evil continuously. So he sent the destroyer. How does that work? When people's sins are increased heavily on this earth, the first sign is that the planet draws in closer and begins to heat up Earth. That is what they are calling global warming. That global warming from this planet, when it draws in close, it causes shortage of crops and droughts. And as people continue to transgress against God, then it causes earthquakes, tornadoes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, severe weather patterns, so on and so forth. So now we're going to take a look at Genesis 6:7. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I've created from the face of the earth. Why? Because his sins is increased. This planet comes in every single time, both man and beast, and the creeping things and the fowls of the air. And so by his command, the Gentile destroyer moves in, that is described as a lion creeping in on his prey. It's going to be too late when you see this thing. Jeremiah 4:7. The lion has come up from his thicket, and the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. So a lion in his thicket means what? This thing is in a cloud, right? It's being hidden. He is gone forth from his place to make thy land desolate, and the city shall be laid waste without inhabitant, because brimstone rained on it. It cannot be inhabited after that. Signs of the destroyer, you're seeing them. These are the signs. It changes colors in the air. It glows in the night sky. It is roaring, and in the end, red iron dust comes down and causes these plagues. People will begin to smell its sulfuric atmosphere, and lastly, it will rain down a horrible tempest on this world. This thing eventually is going to dry up the seas, so that the sea is going to be no more, and these people, all these people left on this earth that ain't taken up, is going to be burning on this mofo in the lake of fire.
Incredible.
Yeah, so this has to be really exciting. So tell us what you found this time.
I was monitoring exploding stars to help measure the expansion of the universe, and
For your PhD, right?
Yeah.
I saw something I didn't recognize. It was a comet. A big one. It's headed directly at Earth, and it really likely will hit.
This sounds very, very exciting. Exploding stars, like stars actually explode. So how big is this thing? Could it like destroy someone's house? Is that possible?
Well, Comet Dibiaski, which is what it will officially be named, is somewhere.
After her.
Yeah.
After her.
Oh,
What an
congratulations.
honor. Yeah, right. Congratulations.
It's somewhere between 6 and 9 kilometers across. So
It's big.
it would damage the entire planet, not just a house. You know.
The entire planet. Okay, well, as it's damaging, will it hit this one house in particular that's right on the coast of New Jersey? It's my ex-wife's house. I need it to be hit. Can we make that happen?
You and Shelley have a great relationship. No, you stop.
Listen, in all
You
fa-
need to stop.
I will, but in all fairness,
gonna
I actually
Poke you to
paid
death with
for
this
the
cat.
house.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, are we not being clear? We're trying to tell you that the entire planet is about to be destroyed.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's just something we do around here. We just keep the bad news light.
Right, it helps the medicine go down. And speaking of medicine, tomorrow we've got a
Well,
two-part...
maybe the destruction of the entire planet isn't supposed to be fun. Maybe it's supposed to be terrifying and unsettling.
Please don't do that.
And you should stay up all
Please.
night, every night, crying. When we're all 100% for sure gonna fucking die!
Hey, Kate.
Okay.